Okay, what are we doing here? I'm looking for the camera. Alright, let's go with this. Alright guys, we are going to do this to this. I'm setting up cameras. Action. Oh, hold on. I gotta turn the other device on. I'm sorry for the delay. The devices have had some, let's just say they're on different pages. Kind of like my song. Yeah, well, that's why I try to have one. It's easier to work with. If I had 20, I'd be worried about the price. Hey guys, okay, so from an economic standpoint, I have to have a disclaimer. So used to, long time ago, we would have a disclaimer and we would read it to you verbatim, whether you liked it or not. And I remember an older lady said, "You poor thing." And I'll never forget that because, well, I had committed it to memory because I said it like, I don't know, 70 or 80 times. And I was, I had some notoriety for how fast I would get through it. But through the calls, because we were just like deflecting. And I'll just never forget that woman saying that to me because I was falling asleep saying it for 8 hours, I was literally falling asleep. I was saying the same thing 70 times for 8 hours. And I committed it to memory, and it was fairly large. But if you do it for 8 hours, 60, 70 times a day, you don't only get proficient at it, you do it without thinking. You do it while you're sleeping, So I would be like, blah, 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 blah. And she said, "Oh, my." So anyway, I never forget these people in my life, they've helped out. So I just got a couple of disclaimers, one of which, any disclaimer that I give, there's always good takeaways. I for years have watched late night economic videos. I did it every night. It puts me to sleep. But I love it. It goes in by almost osmosis. And because it's my most favorite universal discipline and study, because it's the discipline, like, not to the heart, but to the, are you going to get your couch this year, or are you going to get your pants this year, or is the kid going to have stuff for Christmas, or are you going to be a big loser? And and as I put out my name in the Lucitarian Party, which is the one that I want to charge with, is the Losertarian Party. In other words, like losers in your eyes, and as perception is reality. Because I've had so many good economic takeaways from these different videos, like the X-22 report or Christopher Green. These are incredibly brilliant people with an incredible amount of insight. And every morning when I would wake up, I started to listen to motivational speakers like Tony Robbins, I think, Denzel Washington, and I also listened to Chris Hedges, who has a great analysis of the situations in our country. It's a big deal to me. It's a big deal to me. And I always thought, like, man, philosophy and this world don't fly. Because one seeks for truth and the other one buries truth. So I guess that depends on what type of person you are. You're either on one side or the other. And most people would understand that I want to be on that side, but at the end of the day, philosophy is not the way to get money. It's a whole other thing. It's like an exercise of thought. And so Chris Hedges, and then like different other, the lieutenant who does the I guess the A&M speech, and Colonel, I don't recall his name, but it's a great one. And then the economic guys who I would listen to, and I would study like different economic disasters. And so all I'm trying to do is get the money in this particular deal for the Snowbird tour. And then those people will pay me to play for some of the elderly folks. Some of the, we're getting the set list together. But other names that I would drop, there's just so many, but I have a song. It's just, I just wrote it while I was walking the other day, and it's still in developing stages, but it's called The Ones Who Were Once and Always Will Be. And so once I start to let go of things that have happened and that are difficult to confront, I always remember the good times. And so like this one guy, we're golfing one day, and I'm hitting it here and there and everywhere, but he was like, well, remember the good ones, and you'll get more of them. And so it was a wise thing to say. I don't know his name. I saw him one time, but those are the types of things that I'm listening for. Is what's going to help me proceed, and that's just a wise thing to say. And so if you exercise a specific muscle, it will get extremely strong. And that's true in a lot of ways. So I just wrote that song, try to remember the good times. And then so it's like so many people saved my life, Like Demi next door, I said, man, you'd be worth more than $1 million than the Demi back in that movie, because like someone's like, you know what I'm saying? Like you would be, because you saved my life. And if I get a life insurance policy worth $1.5 million, that means you're worth that. If I put you down as the beneficiary of it, problem with well, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? I don't know what's going on with this phone. This device is dying. All right, man, we're going to continue this in a minute. Are we running out of juice here? I don't care. I'm trying to get the Snowbird tour. Still got a couple accolades I got to mention for peeps. Anyway, who cares? But I was talking about the late night people, watch those motivational speakers in the morning. Oh, that one guy's name was, what's his name? Anyway, Dave something or... there's just so many people. But the late night listening to stuff that, Christina Perri, I listen to her music, and Colby Calais. Just depends on the mood, But the economic stuff is really insightful. And the motivational stuff. Who else do I listen to? I'm trying to think of it. But but the disclaimer is that they, their policy, expectation, some of their views are not exactly mine all the time. But I get takeaways, and a lot of it's based on extremely good facts. So that's my disclaimer. I don't pick up everything anyone. I don't care who it is putting down necessarily. But at the end of the day, you're always ready to listen, and you get takeaways that you can confirm and you can settle with. So I can't think of all of them. Denzel, Tony Robbins. These are like there's so many of them. The motivational speakers that I would listen to. Just get through a day, man. Get pumped up, go out and kill it. Some of them are kind of, they gear on money and success, and that's perfectly great, but at the end of the day, for me, it's, I'm not plugging these people to get money. I don't know who they are. I just know that they are lifesavers for me. They are literally lifesavers for me. I get riffs from Marty, that dude Marty. I get riffs from him. I'm not trying to plug him. I'm just saying, I'll look it up. I see where he's going. I can do my own thing. But, like, I don't do it for money. I do it because it saved my life, Like, it literally put me in the right mindset to go on my day. Or we're talking about economics, economic disasters, price valuations of commodities, and money moving and money going. Now you're going to go to the ATM and the card ain't going to work, which has happened to me. If you're talking about those types of things, those things are literally saving my life. Like today, right now. I wrote this song, and it ain't done yet, but it goes like this. It goes like this. I don't even know what chords I'm going to use, but go on. Go on. And we'll always be the ones who are there for me and care for me. This is the part I'm kind of working on. It's so high, when night turns cold, I can feel the traces of her hand in the wind's out there. Over my skin and bones, having me prison, filling my soul. Into my heart, never made in my palm. For the ones who want to know present. This my heart helps me do my